The Chevy Volt is a quasi-electric car with a gasoline engine that kicks in once the electricity runs out. The first generation Volt reveled in futurism. For round 2, the look is more traditional, but arguably more attractive. Inside, simpler aesthetics spawn simpler controls, flanked in some places by pleasing materials, and in other places by hard plastic, like this cheap-feeling seat adjuster that pulls the seatbelt when you use it. Speaking of seatbelts, the Volt has 5, but it does not seat 5. Let's see, legs splayed around hump, neck at awkward angle, uncomfortable attitude. This be no place for man nor woman. Move outboard, and with the front seat positioned for my average frame, there's an okay amount of space for my legs, but headroom kind of blows. If you appreciate adult-worthy spaciousness, without a doubt the place to be are the inviting and supportive front seats. Contrasting the Volt's compromised seating is an oddly accommodating cargo hold. Fold the rear seats flat, and the 10.6 cubic foot trunk expands to accommodate especially bulky loads, provided you can clear the high liftover. The original Volt might look techier, but the second generation Volt actually sports much more useful tech. Highlights include available rear cross-traffic alert, forward collision alert, automatic low-speed braking, and a lane departure prevention system that neatly steers the Volt back into its lane if the person sitting behind the wheel forgets to actually drive. Another particularly useful feature is blind spot warning, which helps combat the massive blind spot over my right shoulder, behind him. More helpful technology can be found right here, where the already intuitive MyLink infotainment system is made even better through the inclusion of available Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, each bringing the familiar features and interfaces of your phone right to the Volt's 8-inch touchscreen. Though I have noticed that using CarPlay, it has a tendency to freeze up and get slow and freak out. That's what firmware updates are for. With low rolling resistance tires and abundant electric torque, the Chevy Volt has a knack for spinning the tires from a stop. When not startling pedestrians, that electric torque provides seamless, instantaneous acceleration. Chevy estimates 0 to 60 times about 8.5 seconds. Oftentimes, electric cars run out of steam at higher speeds, but in the Volt's case, there's still just enough gusto for high-speed passing. Conversely, when slowing down, the brake pedal feels a little artificial. No problem, just use this button over here on the steering wheel to activate aggressive regenerative braking. Not only will you use the brake pedal less, but you'll actually recapture more of the vehicle's kinetic energy as electricity. Isn't that smart? And now let's weigh some of that electricity. Whee! With a low, centrally located battery pack and a 240-pound curb weight reduction versus the previous model, the latest Volt delivers stable, predictable cornering along with a pleasant ride. Contributing to the weight savings is a 2-motor drive unit that's 100 pounds lighter than the previous unit, and a lithium-ion battery pack that's both lighter and has a higher charge capacity. Charging the battery from empty takes about 13 hours with a standard plug, or 4.5 hours with a 240-volt outlet. Following an EPA estimated 53 miles of electric driving, the Volt's 1.5-liter gasoline engine subtly comes online, returning an EPA estimated 42 mpg in combined city and highway driving. Top off both the battery and the gas tank, and Chevy claims a more than 400-mile range. For about $34,000, including destination charges, a base Chevy Volt comes with automatic climate control, Bluetooth audio, keyless access with push-button start, a backup camera, 10 airbags including knee airbags for the front occupants, and an 8-year, 100,000-mile battery warranty. Capitalize on the $7,500 federal tax incentive, which exists until Chevy sells a total of 200,000 Volts, and the base price essentially drops to less than $27,000. Interestingly, the option sheet does not include power-adjustable seats, but you can get heated front and rear seats, leather upholstery, a heated steering wheel, wireless phone charging, and automatic high beams. There's also an automatic parking system. Just operate the pedals, and it does a fine job parallel parking for you. If considering a Volt, it might also be wise to investigate the Ford C-Max or Fusion Energy plug-in hybrids. the electric-only Nissan Leaf, the notably pricier BMW i3, and the, let's say, aesthetically challenged Toyota Prius. Each has their own advantages, but in this crowd, the Volt stands out with a unique blend of affordability, pure electric range, gasoline-powered convenience, and general usability.
The second-generation Volt is pleasantly understated and improved throughout. It also has some flaws. Even so, mostly gas-free commuting is a reality for Volt owners. And whether you're a pragmatic commuter, an environmental advocate, or just a fan of technology, that is an awfully appealing prospect.